Hey, this is Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, and we are looking at the AWS command line interface. But before we do that, we've got to define some terms. So, what is a CLI? So, a command line interface processes commands to a computer program in the form of lines of text. Operating system implement a command line interface in a shell. Okay, so we have a terminal. So, a terminal is a text only interface, so it has input output environment. Then you have a console. This is the physical computer to physically input information into a terminal. Then you have the shell. A shell is the command line program that users interact with to input commands. Popular shell programs are Bash, ZSH, PowerShell, and you might remember this one, MS-DOS prompt. So this has been around for obviously a very long time. So maybe this kind of primes your mind for what is a shell. And just so you know, people commonly erroneously use terminal, shell, or console to generally describe interacting with a shell. So if we say shell or console or terminal, we're just talking about the same thing, but there is technically a difference between these three things, but most people do not care, and I wouldn't worry about it too much, okay? So now let's take a look at the AWS command line interface, which allows you to programmatically interact with the AWS API via entering single or multi-line commands into a shell, and then here I say or terminal, but really it's just the shell, okay? So here is an example of one. So we're trying to describe EC2 instances, and then we're getting the output because we asked to have it back in this table-like view. So the AWS CLI is a Python executable program. So Python is required to install the AWS CLI. The AWS CLI can be installed on Windows, Mac, Linux, Unix. The name of the CLI program is AWS. You'll notice that up here in the top left corner. There's a lot more to this, but this is all we need for now, okay?